Good morning, everyone. It's been a hot minute since I've done one of these updates for my garden, so I figured I'd do one today. Today is August 27th, and I live in Hilo in Zone 12B. Transplanted a bunch of things into my garden. I've got this Rubicon Chinese cabbage, which is a variety I grew last year, and we really like the end result, so we thought we'd grow it again this year. And then I'm trialing a different variety of Chinese cabbage. It's the Chenyang Gold. This is from Kitazawa Seed Company. And then here we have some boro beets. And I have a giant asparagus. Here's the rest of my asparagus patch that I need to cut back. And then here I've got some Japanese cucumber that I'm growing, as well as some Boston pickling cucumbers. And we have some broccoli. This variety is called Monty. And to be honest, I just got it because our dog's name is Monty. But it actually did really well last year. So we're planting it again. And then here we have a different variety of beets. These are Bohan beets. And they're multi-sown. So as they grow, they'll push apart. And then here is my corn. Every corn stalk has a male and female part. This right here, the silks on the ear of the corn, these are the female parts. And these tassels up here are the male parts. So in order to get an ear of corn, you need the pollen from the tassel to drop down and touch each one of these hairs. And each one of these hairs corresponds to a single kernel of corn on your cob. And so if you ever get a corn that is missing kernels, it's because one of these hairs here didn't get pollinated. This is my new birdies raised bed that we just installed a few weeks ago. And I have some kabocha growing here. I'm trying to train it to grow off the side, which it is doing, so it doesn't take up so much room in my birdies bed. These seeds are from Fukuda Seed Company in Honolulu. And then we also have a bunch of cauliflower. This is a purple cauliflower, and this is a Veronica cauliflower, which is actually a Romanesco, which is a cross between a broccoli and a cauliflower. And then this is my white cauliflower. The variety is called Amazing. And this is my zucchini squash, which I have not had a lot of success with in Hilo, but I'm trying again. Let's see what we have under here. Oh, look at this. We have a little zucchini right there. Zucchinis have both a male and female flower. And the way you can tell the difference is this one right here is a male flower because it's just got a stem. But this one right here, see how it has a little zucchini fruit, little fruit at the bottom of in place of the stem, that's a female flower. So we have to get the pollen from the male flower onto the female flower, and then the zucchini will get bigger. And these are my zinnias. And this here is a center cut squash. Because I've had such a hard time growing zucchinis in Hilo, I decided to plant the center cut squash from Row 7 Seed Company. Because it's similar to zucchini, although I think it has a firmer flesh, and it doesn't get so mushy when you're cooking it. And they're easier to grow than zucchini. So here, same thing like the zucchini. Each plant has a male flower and a female flower. And this one has its, I got a couple of females. And this one, the female flower is open. So I think what I'm gonna do to pollinate it is I'm gonna take that zucchini blossom from the zucchini plant and pollinate this center cut squash. I'm also trying to grow some watermelon, but they kind of had a slow start because I don't think they like to be transplanted. And I started the seedling off in seedling trays, so they're finally starting to bounce back. This is a cow sweet bush right here, these two. And then this one here is a crimson sweet. And then in these smart pots I have some Brussels sprouts that I'm trying to grow, and my cucamelon, and we also have some taro here, and I have some sweet potato and some Japanese sweet potato. Hi Archie. And here's Archie. This is some araimo that I'm growing. It's a relative of the taro. I don't know what it's called in English. I think it's dasheen. But it's used in cooking nishime. And then remember that citrus tree that I grafted? I got some scions from my friend's lemon tree and their orange tree. Well, check this out. This right here is the graft I did of the lemon. And this back here is the graft I did of the orange. And look at it. I grafted them on Valentine's Day of this year. And look how healthy the plant is. And this right here is a different kind of plant. This is a Sheldon plant. Then right here is our chili peppers. These are our Hawaiian chili peppers. I need to harvest them and make some chili pepper water and some hot sauce. And then check out my finger limes. They're ready to be harvested. I only have 3 of them this year. These are my Albion strawberries. This is my Calvella lettuce from Hawaii Seed Savers Exchange, growing in my aquaponics grow bed. All of these lettuce are heat resistant and tend to do well in Hawaii. And then here are all my seedlings that I'm growing out. I tend to grow everything from seed because it's much cheaper and it's more fun. These are my tomatoes for the dwarf tomato project. These are Suzy F2s, and the goal for this was to hunt dwarf tomato plants. And so I grew a bunch of seedlings and pulled out the dwarfs, and I'm growing out 3. It was 4, but something ate the leaves off the top of that. So I have 3. Next to it is the beastly family. This is supposed to be a yellow heart-shaped tomato with potato leaves. And then this one here is the Scotty family. And this one is supposed to have yellow leaves and heart-shaped fruit with pink and gold stripes. So we'll see how that turns out. And then the last thing I want to show you are these night blooming cereus, or otherwise known these days as dragon fruit flowers. My grandpa planted these because he loved the night blooming cereus flowers. And back in those days, nobody knew you could eat the fruit. He just grew them for the flowers. So they've been growing wild on my rock wall since, I don't know, the 70s. But we'll get some dragon fruit. And again, some people hand pollinate these, but I'm just gonna let nature do its thing. All right, I hope you guys have a great day.